Um, Hello, good evening, everyone. And welcome to the Creative Arts Building. My name is Jennifer Martinez. I'm the band director here at the high school. And so what I really love about this time of year is that we get to have more of our concerts put together and be able to share out the other music that we also do. It's not just marching band. We have a really big jazz program, and we also have our concert bands that are getting up and running. I'm a little froggy right now, so if my voice gets worse, I'll try my best to keep my talking brief. But everybody, this event tonight, we have been doing this for decades, bringing together our junior high school jazz bands, and it's so great that we are still able to continue this tradition. The group that you see on stage, this is a class here at the high school. This is my 7th period jazz band. This is a class of 2 jazz bands that I combined for all of you tonight, and that way, you can also see we have a lot of musicians that are in our jazz program. Many of them stay, from their freshman year all the way to their senior year. This is a mixed group of sophomores to seniors, and I really love that they choose to extend their school day to play jazz. And so, my heart is always so full with the jazz musicians, and I can't wait for them to perform for you. This is insane. We literally have like 20 saxophones, and I love it. So we're gonna get things started tonight with our first tune, and it's titled Triple Play. You'll hear from a few soloists. We have Israel on alto sax, Alex on trumpet, and Richie on alto sax. If you are new to a jazz concert, when you hear a solo performer, once they're finished, it is customary to go ahead and give them a round of applause. That just gives appreciation for what they just performed. Many of the solos that you hear tonight are going to be what we call improvised. So that means it's not music that's directly in front of them. They're making it up in the moment for all of you. And so that's really one of the special things that makes jazz, a in the moment type of art, because it's about, how they are expressing themselves. So here we go. All right, so that first tune, it was a swing chart, and part of when we do performances, especially for festival, is to be able to showcase different styles of music. And so now we're gonna go ahead and switch into a ballad, and this is going to feature Landon on trumpet. Part of this ballad, being able to bring forward our little woodwind choir that we had. one of the things about jazz is that, you know, there are many flute and clarinetists that want to learn how to, you know, be part of a band like this. And so these musicians that you saw playing clarinet and flute, that's their primary instrument, and they've learned saxophone so that they can be in jazz. And so this was a really great way to also feature that they double on instruments. Yeah. All right, we are going to close out our music set with this Latin chart titled, It Had Better Be Tonight. This one is very special for our program because many, many years ago, we were able to have Mick Gillette here, who was formerly a trumpet player of Tower Power, and you know he did pass a number of years ago, but he did a concert here. We also had Rancho that was part of that back in time. So this is one of his arrangements, and this is just a way to hopefully send off, you know, into our next group that will be joining celebrating on this stage. We have a few solos of Ishmael on tenor sax that you will hear from. We have Joaquin on trombone, Pedro on trumpet. You're also going to hear from our rhythm section. So there's going to be a point where we have a little bit of a rhythm section break. So hope you enjoyed this one. special guests that came out on the stage as additional solo performers, and if you caught wind of it eventually, I'd like to also bring them out. We had Arthur and Gabriel on the cowbell over here. Yeah. So everybody, this is our 7th period jazz band. Hope you enjoyed the performance set, and let's bring Rancho on the stage, but we gotta get the seats fixed, okay?